Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Wednesday. Oh god, that's a weird call. Fuck. Another Wednesday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Ancient Magus Bride. Oh boy, so in the last episode, Ancient Magus Bride, fucking Cain just went and grabbed Chise and went like, hey yo, so here's a deal. I'm gonna give you a little bit of my curse, you give me a little bit of your curse, you get to live forever, and I get to maybe die someday. Sound like a fair trade to me. And Chise got taken back through her memories, you know, like while she was under anesthesia, and you know, kind of just learned the whole deal with her mom. And the curse is like, oh yeah, no, he's torturing you. Despite the fact that the going through her memories literally solved every single mental hang-up she had with her mom. So, I mean, if that was his goal, he really failed, and it really did not come across as that. Like, this show is really bad at fucking, like displaying, like, being evil in the villain. Like, straight, like, that is actually something this show is really weak at, because everything that Cain has done, like, recently has more or less just been, like, more or less cosmically neutral. I think the most gross shit he did was, like, fuck with all those dead bodies and, try and turn Ulysses into a chimera. But, I mean, guy's a church grim, honestly. Like, it's a fucking fake creature created out of dead things. I mean, it's essentially a ghost. Ghosts don't have rights. Don't be silly. But so yeah. So and then when Chise woke up, she decided to strangle the motherfucker. So I guess like we're gonna just get right in here and see how that's gonna turn out. In 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, I need to like brush my hair, my dude. Fucking. Uh. Yeah, I think like that'd be like the main thing I would say about this show is that it's unless there's gonna be a big twist at the end, the in which case that by God is this twist not hidden at all. But the show's biggest weakness I think is that it does a very poor job of making the villains seem worse than the protagonists because like now that we've spent more time with Cain, and honestly I kind of was in this position beforehand as well, but like it really seems as if Cain is the lesser evil. I'm not saying he is a pure good boy who fucking did nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's by no means a perfect little good boy. But Elias is kind of just as bad. You know, like fucking the second Elias sees like somewhat like a child in danger, he's like, "Okay, let me shake down this child for money." The second he's like, "Oh, killing this human being will just solve my problem." Okay, yeah, fuck it. Like, let me get. I've got my hot dog maker right there. Like, let's just shove this kid in. Like, at least Cain seems to be doing things like, he's fucking with like things that are already dead. You know, like stuff that doesn't really have feelings. I don't know. Snatching them dragons is probably like the one bad thing he's really done. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to grind up that kid into hot dogs there, Wendigo, you dumb motherfucker. See, and now he's having a tantrum and killing everything. Like, see what I mean? Way to immediately prove my fucking point. Jesus. That's a fucking big chonky boy, holy fuck. So it's not her real body. It's not her real body. She sent a fucking clone. Ugh. And yet you act so fucking pitiful. Goddamn. Man, my man's out here simping so hard he's causing the very earth to die. Yes, and then you decided to grind a girl into hot dogs. There are limits, my dude. Oberon, what the fuck? Fucking Titania's like, nah, I'm gonna send out my fucking clone. If it dies, no big deal. Oberon's like, nah, dog, fuck it. I'm gonna go there in my real body. Fuck it, I'm gonna whip my dick out. Oberon's just like, oh yeah, no, I got cucked a bunch. Like, yeah, fuck, at least they died the second she stopped looking at them. He says as he's fucking polishing off a knife. Well, that's not creepy at all. Just, just kidnap them all into the fucking land of the fairies, why don't you? Even with her big dumb sex fist. Oh, shit. Ulysses just been there the whole... Like, Ulysses just been there the whole time, just like, yeah, nah. Fucking Elias is just like, you're not my real mom. Man, no wonder Oberon sticks around no matter how often he's cucked. Like, he can essentially just pick his vintage of fucking Titania whenever he wants, huh? Like, one day Oberon's just like, Titania, I'd like the veal today. And she's like, ooh, you fucking pervert, go to jail. Oh, my Satan sense is tingling. Oh, jeez. The cats are just like, oh man, some dank shit's going down. Oh, fuck. All them Took boys are out there again. Oh, it's the Will-o'-the-Wisps. Oh boy, alright. The witches are just out here fucking doing fucking happy endings. Jesus Christ, must be rough being a witch. Holy shit. I mean, Marielle, like this bitch is like dummy fucking old. If she's gonna turn into a tree, I mean, she's lived a full life so far, my dude. Like, if she wants to go ahead and turn into a mighty oak, I mean, I think she's earned that right at her age. Oh boy. Ah, they're going through the ley lines. That is something I wish was in more things. You know, the concept of ley lines. It's like one of my favorite fucking things from like old bullshit religion. This concept that there's just like this underground fucking like network of magic. Just it's essentially the internet. It's kind of fucking neat. Wait, so I wait. Why is he in like? Why is he in fucking like I don't know, like medieval or medieval or above sort of fucking thing? Like it might be even like fucking like closer to the modern day than that. Like I thought he was supposed to be like the guy who made fun of Jesus. So why is he like young and fucking shit like long after the Jesus? This is some silly. Oh, that's why. Cain just yoinked Joseph's body. So Carter Fearless did some goofy bullshit. He's just like, oh hey, this young body. Mine's kind of all gross. Let me just yoink this real quick. Like I'm waiting for the yoinkening to happen. Like let me see that body snatch, my boy. And I guess that would explain why Joseph's spirit still sticks around, huh? Because unlike everyone else, where they only yoinked a body part or two, he yoinked Joseph's whole fucking body. Fucking Magic Carter Fearless just comes up and goes like, like there's force lightning on these motherfuckers. You're getting really attached to this fucking corpse you found, my boy. Everything, maybe there was a reason he got buried alive? Fucking Kane's just out here like, all right, let me wait for him to be at his absolute most miserable. That's when the soul is the tastiest. Yeah, there it is. The soul is just nice and tender. Oh my god, it was fucking. It didn't even need to persuade the boy. Just like fucking. No, you had to. No, just let him come to the fucking, like, conclusion himself, huh? Mmm. That tasty, tasty soul. Delicious. Tender right. The fear makes it taste better. Uh. Fucking Christ. Alright. So just. So just every century or so, we just gotta grab some new parts. Alright. Grab hold. Jesus. Oh boy. It's more sad than anything. Straight up. That's what you get for throwing the rock at Big J. Jesus. See, this curse just seems like it has a very easy workaround. Like like he just lets his body just rot and rot and rot and rot and rot until it just hits a point where he can't do anything with it. But then he fucking yoinks body parts from people he kills. Would it not be easier to just find, fresh corpses? Like people who like just died like a minute ago and yoink parts from those. That way you're not hurting anyone. And enough people die every day that you could just grab new parts like as they start failing. Like there's plenty of ways that that this curse could be doable. And he's just literally doing it in the worst way possible. Like I don't even blame Cardophilus for that. Fucking Chise was the one that fucking like fucking Chise was the one that invaded his fucking personal bubble. I don't know, my dude. Okay, that's a cool chimera. Where the fuck did he even get a fucking millipede that big? Jesus. Oh, it's brand new. I just got it from the store. God, that poor boy. Yeah, Big J is kind of just a dick, huh? They won't all fit in hell. What the fuck? Like, not even gonna just judge him, nah. You're just gonna be like, nah, 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 directly to hell with these motherfuckers. Fuck them. Damn. Titania don't usually take that so well. She's still mad at you, boy. She's still mad at you. She's gonna need a big box of fucking chocolate. Fucking man just can't just get surprised Pikachu face. Like, fuck. Choto fucking Mate there, man. Jeez. Mariel, stop that Shota. And while you're talking, he is just leaving. What? Of all the fucking animals you could have picked, you picked a bull. That's your fucking wild shape, huh? Goddamn. You're returning that hot dog maker. Oh, but I was gonna make something for the barbecue. No, you're returning it, Elias. And there's the end, huh? No, no, no. It's just. All right. We're going. They just went to the end credits to have their big discussion. They literally did, huh? God. Oh shit. Oh. So, but yeah. So once again, it's this show. Its biggest weakness, definitely, just 100%. It's really bad at making the antagonists seem worse than the good guys, and the main thing I'm getting at that isn't the like, oh, bad guys should never be fucking You shouldn't ever be able to associate with the bad guys. Is that no? That's not what I'm saying. That's the opposite of what I'm saying. Like what I'm saying is like you should be able to I like look at the bad guy and go like, yeah, no, I totally understand where you're coming from. But these guys over here are handling it way fucking better, my dude. Like, holy shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to just like, God. Okay, so like I know I keep referencing Star Wars a lot, but I guarantee you it's only because I'm running a Star Wars 5e game on Saturdays, and so as a result, my brain's creative mode is always fucking Star Wars themed. Fuck. This is why you don't dungeon master, kids. Don't ever do it. Oh boy, yep. End it. Fucking game end it, Chief. Um God, I guess I Hey, let's look at my amiibos here. Surely I have something. Really don't. Fuck. I mean, my brain is just blank. I'm trying to think of like a fucking good example that's not fucking Star Wars, but I can't. But you guys know what I fuck it. You guys know what I mean. Like, oh god, my fucking brain is just like it's just I spend so much fucking time like just figuring out my fucking campaign for Star Wars. That, like my that's the theme of my fucking thoughts so far. Boy. But yeah. So like the general idea is if you have a villain, you should be able to look at them and go like, yeah, I kind of understand why you're like this, but at the same time, you're fucking wrong. Like so, stop, or at least you're wrong from the perspective of the protagonist, or the protagonists are doing a similar thing to you, but they're doing it the correct way, you stupid fucking chungus, and and that's uh and that's kind of like the general idea, like you have a bad guy that is like a basically a cruel mirror, and this is just one way to do it, by the way. There's plenty of ways to do it. You have a bad guy that's just a cruel mirror of your protagonist, and you just kind of like look at the mirror and go like, yeah, no, that guy is doing it wrong. These guys are doing it right over here. But in this show, they're not very good at that because like the good guys themselves are all really fucking sketch, like extremely fucking sketch. And Cardophilus is arguably a lot more understandable and identifiable with. Like the way he's gone about his curse is kind of rough, but I mean, he didn't ask. All he did was fucking go like, "Hey, Jesus, you a sack of shit," and Jesus responded with, "Okay, then, fuck you forever, then." And that seems a little Old Testament of Big J, don't you think? Like fucking Christ. Like meanwhile, like fucking like Ainsworth, he's a weird Wendigo monster that gets teased by fucking like fairies every now and again, but more other than that, he's more or less on good terms with just about fucking everybody. Fucking and yet he's just like, no, I'm just grind this girl into hot dogs to cure the curse. No other way around it. Like fucking Marielle, like I think Marielle's probably the closest to being understandable that there is. Mostly just because that she sees that her mentor, the one woman who raised her, is all fucky wucky, and she wants to fix it. She sees that Chisei is similarly fucky wucky, and wants Chisei to fix her thing so that she can maybe try and use Chisei's solution to fix her mentor. That's understandable. It's fucked, but it's understandable, and we've only known Marielle for like 2 episodes, so like already, like Marielle comes across like more understandable. Fucking Cardophilus, we only just got his fucking backstory, and honestly, I kind of understand where he's coming from. Like he got fucking went Old Testament on by Big J, and so now he's kind of stuck. And then we have this little kid called Joseph who runs into Cardophilus. They both have like a bunch of pain, and Cardophilus needs to fucking find a way to end his pain. Joseph wants to help Cardophilus while also escaping his pain, so they merge into one being, and which, unfortunately for them, unbeknownst to them, creates an even bigger pain. So now like Cardophilus already had to do that. I guess he just kind of got like stuck up shit creek. They got to replace their body parts every few decades, and the only way they found how to do that was to take it from the living. It's not their fault. They literally cannot die. So the alternative is keep taking body parts and try and find a way to break the curse, or find a way to make the curse less awful or more palatable, or stay in one place, rotting and in pain for all eternity. That's really a Sophie's choice there. Ain't nobody gonna choose to just rot there and die forever. Like, especially because you don't actually even get the fucking part of death that makes the pain stop. You just keep rotting until you're just nothing but pain. Like, that's kind of Big J's fault there. Like, I mean, I think if I was stuck with Cardophilus' curse, like, I think what I would do is I would start working in a mortuary, and I would just, like, pick from, like, if someone's been dead for, like, maybe, like, less than a day, like, oh, hey, that's a free arm, just... It's not going to be as fresh as taking it off somebody you just killed, but... I mean, it'll be a little bit fresher. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and they might need to make more replacements, but at least those replacements will come from people who aren't using it no more. And it seems like Cardophilus can use people who've been dead for a while. Like, fucking, like that girl that fucking Ulysses was around was, like, dead for, like, fucking 100 fucking years, and he still managed to get her head all fleshy and good, so... It seems like decay of a thing he's already using isn't that much of a problem for him, so seems like mostly just the decay when he puts it on. So yes, like the way he's going about his curse is not great, but he's probably not thinking right. But still, like he's still a way more understandable tragic character than our protagonists. So I don't know. I feel like that's just a big weakness of the show so far. Other than that, though, I mean, this is still like a very good episode. I mean, like I liked seeing like the just kind of Elias seeing the consequences of his actions, and he's just freaking the fuck out, and the fairies are like, okay, shut the fuck up, and we just kind of see them. We see like Cardophilus' backstory. Fucking Titania goes and gathers all the warriors. And they kind of just have this big rescue thing, and it's just kind of leading up to this big finale here. I think we've only got one episode left. It's just going to lead up to this big finale where we're going to see Chisei just kind of face down Cardophilus, and hopefully they come to terms with stuff. And I'm hoping they don't go up to him and be like, "No, you're the villain! Die, villain!" When honestly, he arguably has more of a fucking point than anybody on the good guy side, save maybe Chisei. And even then, Chisei should not really be fighting for the good guys. If anything, she should be working with Cardophilus to try and figure out a way to either break his curse and let him finally die, or allow him to, like, basically live with his curse without it being absolutely awful and destructive to everybody around him. That would be the way I would have done it, but there you go. That's just me, though. Like straight up, like Cardophilus, he does not come across as like an evil guy. He comes across as somebody who got a rough fucking deal from a goddamn from a godlike being, who got petty as fuck, and just decided, you know what, fuck that guy in particular. Because Jesus Christ, like that is the most Old Testament thing I've ever heard of Big J doing, and oh my god, holy shit. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say. I mean, it's a good episode. Characterization, though, is definitely a weak part of this show, especially if they want us to care more for the heroes than we do the fucking bad guy. I don't know about that one. But yeah, I think that's really all I gotta say. So let me know what you thought of this episode down there in the comments. Whether you like this episode, you dislike this episode, or you want to bring up something that I left out, because that's entirely possible. Oh, boy. As always, I am Nozz. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, share social media, tell your friends, and if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, which is linked in the description and on the end card. There's a list of all the people that keep this show up and running on the end card, and there's also some other goodies that are listed on the Patreon page. Oh boy. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a